So before this, a movie gets out, what are you like? Are you a little bit of a nervous state? What do you do? Like, what's your energy like?
My energy is like I'm trying to find work, and I have to go into different studios, different edit rooms, to find the work. Because as a director, I'm used to a chunk of work every day, a lot of work, right? And you get used to it. Then that trickles away, and then work becomes small, small portions. There's a little bit of a mixing fix. There's a little bit of a background music leveling issue. There is something about this computer graphics, VFX में कोई shot का fire has to be checked. Like if the fire is fine. So smaller bits. So I'm constantly struggling to keep myself occupied.
Okay.
And then there are interviews like the one we are having now, which actually is the only time I go back and think about the film that I've made and where my life is going as a filmmaker.
Do you think about the film that you've made on the editing table? Because that's where what you've done is finally there, finally, right?
No, but on the edit, I am actually doing the edit. So my focus is not on an overall. My focus is on the shot or the scene that we are working on right then.
Right.
That should we have more frames? Should we cut a little bit more? Should I extend a little bit more? What is the kind of effect that we should use here? Therefore, what is the sound design that is going to happen? So I think editing is also doing rather than assessing.
Right.
It is not a process of judging at all.
Right. While speaking of editing, I have to mention Aarti Bajaj. She's been with you since Jab We Met, and your films, you've developed. Because the thing is, it's very hard to say whether a rhythm is happening because of the screenplay being written a certain way or the edit happening a certain way, because at least the sequencing. But you two have developed this very, very beautiful, sophisticated language of telling a story. Like, where you go back and forth, and even, I'm not talking about the bigger back and forths like time back and forth, but even within scenes sometimes. Can you tell me a bit about how you two work together? Because you write a screenplay. Is it something that you bring her in right then and there?
So I write the screenplay, and when it is at a certain stage, because the screenplay is also written several times, several drafts, when it is at a certain stage, I send it to Aarti. My reason to send it to Aarti is this good enough for you to do this film? It is trying to, like, each time I have to woo her. If it is good, she'll do it. And so she says, yeah, okay, when do you want to start and whatever. So then we start working. Yes, so she knows when when the screenplay is done, she knows when we are shooting. She starts to get involved by and by as shooting is going to end. And she has the overall idea of the vision of the film. We know each other for a long time. I think she's a very instinctively sensitive person. So for her, she gets it. It's not only intellectually, but also, I think, emotionally.
Right.
She gets the story, she gets the performance, she gets the music. And there are certain things that I really lean on her for. One of them is she's a great judge of performance. Mm-hmm. And she, in all of the takes that we have of all of the shots, the ability to stitch together the best performance of an actor is the marvel of an editor's job. Right. She's the master of that, right? So she makes sure, like, I assist her in the process, or I am with her in the process. I also encourage her, but she makes sure that the best parts of the performances and the most consistent performance of a scene, of an actor, of every actor in every scene, happens in the films that she works with me. And the other thing which is very strong about Aarti is music, musicality, the sense of which shot to use, how much, for which strain of music. That understanding is very, very nice. How long to keep a shot, how quickly to cut it. What is therefore the kind of emotion that is emerging.
Right.
From music which is not even complete, because oftentimes during editing the music is not complete, it will be layered. So she even has a sense of what might happen over here. So that is something that she's very, very strong about. And then there is a certain spiritual bent of mind that she also has.
Okay.
So so when she looks at something, she understands various dimensions of that thing. So when she's doing a simple montage, let's say there was a montage, the first time we ever did a montage like that was in Rockstar, in Phir Se Ud Chala. And there was a certain point, so we discussed it, and I had never done anything of that sort before, either in my career. She had also not. So we said, like, this is the music, and what are we trying to show? I said, it's not on cut. It is disruptive, but at the same time, in this disruptiveness, we see the flight of the soul of Jordan. Like, it's a soaring. Then we edited that together. I give her time, then she does something, then I come in, then I take a little time with her, so on and so forth. But it's a beautiful journey, and she's such an important part of the way that I tell stories, and like, I'm very thankful for her.
Yeah, and I just cannot talk enough about. I mean, I can.
Yeah.
The whole interview can be about her, but let's not. But the point is, the way your films flow, it's just incredible. I've never seen love stories flow this way before. You know, it's like, because there's the past, there's the present. Even within the present, there are these micro moments that you probably decide on the shoot, but then which are then finessed on the edit. It's just incredible. One